Adventure Time wasn't lined up.
Hi.
Hi. We're back.
Yeah.
We took a little break.
I forgot how to do this.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Tom, hi. How are you?
Tomothy, how you doing? Good to see you. We've taken a little break. We stopped streaming about a year ago.
Just a little break.
I gotta remember to look here instead of there. The same problem I have with cell phones. You can't have that on. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, he's already
okay.
redeemed Talk Shakara to me.
Oh, what? We still got those things on?
Apparently.
All right, I'm gonna have to fix that. Let
Do
me
you
take a note.
Do you want me to start now, or do you want me when I just start doing it when I start reading stuff? He says audio is good.
Can you hear music?
Aw.
Can you
I'm
hear
stuck by ads.
Background music at all? Is it too loud, or? Because I have no idea how to hear it when. Okay, when you start reading stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So remove all rewards Tomothy would like. Okay. Noted. Okay. I'll get this all back on track before you know it.
Oh, I think it's funny.
What's ads over? What does that mean?
She got stuck behind ads because she's not subbed to us, so she had to watch ads. We're gonna give people more time.
It's audible. Maybe
Lena.
could be a smidge. I guess since it's audible, could be a smidge louder is what he's gonna say. I'm gonna take a guess here. There, I smidged it. Tell me if that smidge is smudged enough. Would that be Okay, good. So
you like our new setup here? We have our wall of stuff.
Yeah, we bought that about a year ago. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Well, we intended to possibly do another thing we're going to be streaming soon.
What do you mean possibly? I'm ready to go.
I'm saying I don't know when it's going to happen yet. But
we have it in the calendar. I can tell you exactly when it's going to happen.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing is...
as soon as I find my calendar. Hold on a second.
Doing another thing called the Shelf of Opportunity where we're going to play some games.
November 19th, we have our different Twitch channel called Shelf of Opportunity. On November 19th, we will start streaming over there.
Apparently.
The plan is we, well smadged. John's beard is back. Yes. Anyway.
I just didn't shave. It happens.
It
doesn't take a lot of effort. It actually
there.
takes less effort. So, yeah. I love it.
The plan for Shelf of Opportunity, though, is to take a game and not so much play it as highlight it and create something for the game. So, either he would paint Minnie for the game, or I would create some feature from the game to represent it.
Yeah.
Just to be creative.
It's an idea. We'll put it out there and see what happens.
We're changing the plan again.
No, I'm not changing anything. I'm just saying we don't know what we sort of got an outline of what things we're gonna try to do and
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
See what people think, if they like it.
You know how we do things. We chuck it out there, see what happens, and then adjust. Like this stream. So yeah, let's give a couple more seconds here, and then we'll start getting into what we're going to play. We wanted to do something to highlight sort of the ending of the Incorrigible Party Campaign 1.
Did you want your output to be 480p? That's what it's maxed at for me.
No, I didn't. Does the quality look bad? Because it looks really good for us. To be honest with you, I don't know how to change it, and I don't want to change it right now unless it's looking really bad, then we can restart.
I have no idea. You control all that stuff, so...
Yeah, let me know if the quality doesn't look very good. Because at 480p, it should probably...
You can't read the papers.
Well,
in
yeah.
Streamlabs output. So these, yeah.
You're not going to be able to read the paper. We're going to hold them up for now, and then maybe on a future stream I might get a camera dedicated to thing. In this particular game, it's not like a board game, so we're just going to be reading and playing along. Really, the only thing you're going to need to be able to see is the dice, and then everything else we'll just talk about.
Thank you for the sub, Tom.
Tom subbed us. Okay, let Tom have one thing that he likes. All right. So, you want to start talking about what we're going to do today?
Okay, what we're doing today is an adventure book. I'm glad bribery still works.
Always.
That rogue looks goose. What rogue?
The rogue. Here, let me hold it up over here. There we go. So, everything's backwards.
Ah, thank you for the sub, Elena.
There you go. That's what we're going to play through. This is a game you picked up at Gen Con, right?
Can we mirror the camera and camera so the text is the right way around? The text isn't the right way around for you?
What do you mean the text is the wrong way around?
Oh, is that backwards? That is backwards.
Oh, it is backwards there. Let me see if I can do that. I think we did it that way because
yeah, I'm on the...
we're on the opposite sides.
So looking at the big TV in front of us, I'm on the proper side.
I don't want to do it that way.
The text is... Yeah. 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 I mean, it doesn't matter because this camera is for us, and then this camera can be for everything else.
There, now hold it up there.
Oh, well, now I'm on the wrong side. Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
no, hold it up there and see if everything. There. Does that? It doesn't bother anybody, does it? I mean, now they can read it right if you hold it up that way. But just don't poke me.
I don't know if I can promise that.
Okay, good enough.
Good enough?
Good enough.
Good enough.
I think
Okay.
that'll work. But thank you, and I will make a note of it. Make sure that we're always rotated incorrectly.
You're actually writing that down.
Yeah. That way, if I have to redo all this, I can remember that we have to flip it. Ready? Let's do this. We're only going to do this for like an hour, so we need to get started. Let's go.
We're going to read through Lost in the Dark. Thank you for the bits, Tom.
Goes right over our face. I forgot that it goes over there. Maybe I should change that too. You can go ahead and get started. I'm just going to move a box.
We got this.
Not that box.
We got this book at Gen Con, and when we bought it, they gave these handy dandy little bookmarks, which are also character sheets, because this is an RPG adventure. Yeah, Tom's testing everything for us. Thank you.
That's what we want you for, Tom. That's why we give Tom 2. No.
Hey, Ken Poe, how you doing?
How you doing?
Ken Poe.
Good to see you again. It's been a while. We're back. That was unexpected. I only took a year off, so good to see you again. On the stream. Go ahead.
We're playing through Lost in the Dark, an RPG adventure. It is a solo adventure that you read through. It's sort of like a choose-your-own-adventure book-ish, but with D&D rules. So I'm going to read this a little bit on the back for you. You wake in a cave with amnesia. While you explore, you slowly discover who you are and how you became lost. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be doing this to Shakara. The broken and dangerous cave system reveals part of a temple to a lawful good goddess that befell a calamity. As pieces of your memory return, you realize that you must race against time to help your mentor battle an ancient evil. But for now, you are alone and lost in the dark.
How do we supply Emily with mead for future streams?
I am currently in the process of making some. I just started it yesterday, so in 3 months' time, I will have 2 gallons of mead.
I wouldn't be opposed to it if I could turn the mead effects off after the stream. But the meat effects continue afterwards, where all of you go about your own business, and I have to remain with Meat and Emily.
It's not so bad, is it? I mean, once you get past the giggles.
We'll talk, Tom. If there's bribery involved, then we're gonna have to set a number. All right, let's do this.
So this is the map of the Act 1. There's 3 acts in this book. And this is where we're starting, up here at
Alright, so we're just going to give an overview of how the game works, and then as things happen through the game, we can go look at rules and go into different things.
Beer-based? Try something else, wine-based. It's a wine. Hey, Bill! It is honey wine, basically, is what meat is. It's yeast, honey, and water, and a little bit of sugar. So, yeah. Honey wine is another word for it. Or 2 words, I guess.
Depends on how fast you say them.
True. This book is by Limitless Adventures. Mia Johnson did the writing and illustration cover art. Michael Johnson did additional writing and editing. And Andrew Hand did additional writing and also editing.
What do you think, Mia and Michael are related? Johnson's not a very common name.
Not at all. Hi, Daco! Your battery is running low. You might want to plug in your PC. How did you not plug in your PC?
Oh, it came unplugged from the block.
Oh. New background, yes. We have shelves. These are our to display things that we have created shelves. Did someone say Johnson?
What?
Did someone say Johnson? So as we were saying before you joined, Taco, we will be doing our own streaming thing, because this is not our own streaming thing, apparently.
What?
On a different Twitch
channel. The Incorrigible Party streaming. We're going to do a different channel.
We're going to be doing a Shelf of Opportunity, where we're going to take a board game that we like and highlight it and make something creative to go along with the board game. And that's going to start on November 19th, unless something happens like I get sick again. Because, I do that a lot.
Tentatively, as everything is.
Exactly. There will be announcements before it happens.
Okay. Let's do this before the battery dies. It's plugged in now, so we'll see. Amateurs.
How to play. Lost in the Dark and Other Tides of Battle games are 5th edition DM-less games intended for solo play. But we're okay doing this because we only have one brain, as the joke goes. You don't read this book like a novel, instead reading only what the book allows. The game uses 5th edition rules, which you should be familiar with. This book includes character generation in the first chapter, so no prep is needed. Once you've completed reading these instructions, proceed to Prologue, Wake in the Dark. And I'm not going to read the rest of the instructions out loud.
Yeah, we already sort of put the character together to save some time, the basic. So they sort of give you the, your basic standard scores and such. If you want to go over.
Tom, what was it you were trying to say? Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. And yes, more streams, hopefully. So you start out when you're doing your character creation with a standard array of 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. 6 hit points and an AC of 10 plus your modifiers.
So we don't know what our class is going to be yet. We are at level 0. So we just sort of figured we're hoping a fighter type class. So we sort of distributed them amongst strength being 15, dex 13, con 14, intelligence 10, wisdom 12, and as everybody's dump stat for the most part, charisma is 8.
Thank you, Tom.
So we sort of laid that in there. They give you proficiency bonuses 2 to start with. We have a health. The health is actually a starting health of 6, but we have 2 from our con, so we have a health of 8. And our armor class starts at 10, but we get our bonus for dex, so we have an 11 armor class.
And we are human, and we did come up with a name already. It is
Delvin Bulliet, which is spelled Oubliette.
Bullet.
So you don't say the O and the U.
It was Bullet.
Bullet.
Yes.
Yeah. delving, like diving down in a dungeon kind of thing.
It's not funny if you have to explain the joke.
I didn't explain it. I just said why we did it. Anyway, that's our character. We have some inventory that they give you some basic stuff. We'll go over all that. We can go over that when we need it. So let's go ahead and get delving. Yeah, he's French, for sure.
Prologue, Wake in the Dark. And we will, there are things that you can roll for, different checks and things. And when we can, we will let you guys help us decide on stuff. I don't laugh at everything he says. That's 23 years of marriage for you. Prologue, Wake in the Dark. Who am I? What is this place? You jolt to consciousness as your lungs convulse. Shifting rubble, you manage to roll onto your side, coughing up plumes of dust. A few drops of blood dribble from your cracked skull onto the stone floor. This is not good.
You laughed at that.
I did. Tom said, if Emily didn't laugh at it as even a joke, she does laugh a lot. I'm a happy gal, what can I say? Or easily amused.
That's bad. That's fine. Yeah.
Character generation. Oh, you have a few more minutes of Shakara speak also. Apprentice lost. Your human eyes slowly adjust to the dimly lit cavern surrounding you. A little bruised, but you appear to be mostly unharmed. Assign the following standard array to stats to your character. We'll skip over the rest of that. On the ground is an open backpack, its contents scattered across the floor. Some of these items could be useful. Add the following equipment to your inventory.
So I've got an insignia of rank, which is private. We've got a deck of cards, a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, a water skin, 5 days rations, a spade, and 1 torch.
As you examine the items you've collected, you begin to remember who you are. Choose or roll for one background and gain the following benefits.
Okay, so we're going to roll a background here that gives you a d6.
Yep, our options are artisan, criminal, entertainer, noble, sailor, or urchin.
2.
Criminal. Oh, that seems good.
All right.
Deck of many things right off the bat. Criminal. Additional items. Thieves' tool, which is a tool.
Okay.
Crowbar, which is a weapon. Strength bonus plus proficiency bonus to hit.
Crowbar is our weapon, huh?
Uh-huh. And it's 1d4 plus strength bonus damage.
Hold on a second. Crowbar, 1d4 plus what?
Strength.
Okay, so 2.
And our skill proficiencies are deception and stealth.
All right, so let's find deception,
Smooth
which
criminal.
is not good for, and stealth.
Yep.
Well, we needed that.
Yeah, we chose
We're
charisma as our
negative
dump
1.
stat, so
All right.
that'll help that.
So that gives us a plus our proficiency bonus too. So that gives us a plus
1.
1. And then on our stealth, we're going to have a plus 2.
Crowbar
plus 3.
start weapon. Anyone remember original Half-Life game? Nope, never played that.
Nope, but I think a crowbar can do some pretty good damage. What was the other thing about the crowbar? It just says 1d4 plus 2 is all I got. What else did it say about it?
It's a weapon, strength bonus plus proficiency bonus
Okay,
to
so-
hit.
Plus 2 to hit then.
No, strength plus proficiency.
Oh.
So plus 4 to hit.
So plus 4 to hit.
And it's a 1d4 plus strength to damage for damage.
Okay. Got it.
Companion, optional. Being lost in the dark is bad enough, but you do not have to face the dangers alone. You may choose an ally from companions at the end of this book.
Okay, ally time. Got another d6 to roll, right?
Yes, our options are a deep mushroom traveler, a tipsy badger, a wounded imp, an ethereal familiar, pot-bellied construct, or go it alone.
4.
Ethereal familiar, the hardest one to say, of course. It's a shapeshifter. Twice per act, The ethereal familiar may change into a sparrowhawk, mink, or lemur to gain different benefits. The ethereal familiar will begin the adventure as a mink.
Sparrowhawk, mink, or what?
Lemur,
Okay.
and it starts as a mink.
All right.
In mink form, we gain an advantage on all stealth checks.
Ah.
We're gonna be stealthy. In lemur form, we gain advantage on sleight of hand checks, and in sparrowhawk form, we gain an advantage on all perception checks. Elena says if there's choices, she can post polls for us. Thank you.
Okay. And what did the hawk give us?
Perception checks. Advantage on perception. We can always go back to this page.
Yeah, I just want to remember here.
First impressions of our ethereal familiar. Wisps of light curl like flames from the translucent spotted mink, dissipating into thin air. Her eyes, like little stars, twinkle at you, as if to say, "It's only me." You feel as if you have met this creature before. Crouching down, you extend your hand to the mink. She climbs up your sleeve, settling on your shoulder. She nuzzles her pointed face against your chin to say, "Don't you recognize me?" So then, at any time during our adventure, we can return to this area and interact with our companion. And there are different things we can do. We can request, reward, pet, punish, or push. And each companion has a different result for that. So once we want to do that, or should I read that now, or once we want to do that?
Get it when we have it.
Hey, Panda Angel, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Okay, so we're ready to dive into this first.
We're playing Lost in the Dark, which is a D&D sort of choose-your-own adventure book. We have just started. We woke up, we found some stuff, and we're getting ready to make our way into Area A. Ooh.
All right, let's do it.
Happy weekend, yes. Where did I stop? Oh, okay. Tides of battle. Lighting a torch, you illuminate your surroundings. The stone passage ahead of you twists off into the darkness. Looking back, the passage behind you is buried in fallen rock. Wherever you came from, there is no turning back now. We can either delve into the darkness or stay and investigate the area.
What do you want to do?
I think we should investigate a little bit before we take off.
All right. What do we have to do then?
What does anybody else think? Should we investigate or should we start our travels?
Let's just start and go and investigate first, just to get the thing going.
Mm-hmm. I need to wet my whistle a bit.
Ah.
Say name it collapsed passage 1A. I'm here to see you guys fight it out.
Oh, we're gonna be pleasant at first. If you mean it, if you mean both of us fight it out, or do you mean us fighting against the game? Either way, it should be fun.
Or it could not be us at all. I mean, it might be somebody else. Anyway, collapsed passage. I should make sure I haven't overlooked anything. Climbing over rubble at the back of the collapsed passage, you inspect your surroundings. Your torchlight dances about, reflecting off mithril deposits that run through the cracked walls.
I think you should only send...
Send it to chat if you really can't decide yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
No, you guys having different ideas and arguing it out. Yeah, we do that. Actions, rubble and dust. Resting against the passage wall, you pull your knees to your chest. Tears pour uncontrollably down your cheeks. The quite high likelihood of your death in this awful hole in the ground eats away at you. You squeeze your eyes shut. Trying to calm your spinning mind, you count your every breath.
1.
Reality returns to you.
No, I got the 1.
There's an echo.
Just started to echo? How's there an echo? Nothing's changed!
Why did it start to echo all of a sudden?
I don't know. I've got the volume completely down here. Is your volume on that at all?
My volume is off.
Alright. How bad is it? Just a little bit of an echo, or a bunch of echo?
Do you have the stream open on your computer?
No.
No.
And the volume's off on my computer, so.
Yeah, I got the stream open on my computer, but the volume's completely off. Atmospheric, actually. As in, the room is echoing, and we need to put padding things on the walls. Yeah, we always blame Bill for everything.
Well, it doesn't sound like something we can fix right now, so we'll
That sucks.
let's just keep going, and then we'll do some tests.
It's the mic.
It's your mic. So it wasn't doing it a little while ago, and now it is.
Or do one of the webcams have a mic turned on?
Does what?
One of the webcams
No.
have a mic turned on?
No, they're all off.
It wasn't happening earlier, so I don't think it's the room.
Yeah,
It's a technical echo.
a technical echo.
Weird.
Talking now. Anything sound different now?
Which mic did you turn off?
I'm adjusting some levels here. If nothing's changed, of course that was already off. Well, I can turn the music off. Yeah, I don't know if that wouldn't make any difference. Everything's still sounding okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll keep talking then. Reality returns to you. You get to your feet, wiping your nose on your sleeve. No more of that. There's work to be done.
Keep talking. I'll work on this.
Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you. Once you've made your choice, roll a d20 if required. Add your character's stat modifier to your roll. If your character has proficiency in the appropriate skill, add your proficiency modifier, which is +2, to your roll. Then turn the page to find the consequences of your actions. We can do perception. I'll take a look around, maybe there's something I missed. Investigation. I wonder if anything else might have gotten buried. Athletics. If I can move this rubble, I might be able to find a way out. All have a DC of 13. Still there, but it's not awful, and I need you to roll the die. We're going to do perception, investigation, or athletics.
Okay, so what's happening? So we're gonna. I think we're gonna do perception, right?
Or investigation. What's our better stat? Perception or investigation?
So we have probably perception. Let's see, where's investigation? Probably perception.
Let's try that then.
So we got +1 to perception.
Okay, so we are going to try just right here, journal. I choose perception,
All right.
and I rolled a
19 + 1, 20.
20. Nice. And we had a DC of 13, so we succeeded. So there is a list of successes and failures for whichever choice we would have done. So we did perception. On closer inspection, you notice not one, but 2 set of footprints in the dust. One set of footprints you easily recognize as your own. Would you recognize your own footprints, do you think?
No.
I don't think I would either. However, unless like we were wearing specific boots that had a specific tread on them or something.
Yeah, but when do you ever check your tread? What's on the bottom of your shoe right now?
Big chunky blocks because I'm wearing my clogs. Not clogs, Crocs.
Would you recognize it? Can you draw it?
No.
Okay.
Bill says I would mute everything in OBS that isn't the mic and make sure that sources are set.
Can you hear that? Can you still hear us and the music? Because I think if I turn what I just turned off, you're not going to hear the music. And we've got
Gone.
the
Echo's gone
The
now.
echo's gone. Is the music still going?
Yeah.
Got
I
it.
fixed
Okay. Now I know what it is. I'll make a note.
While you're making the note, I'll continue reading this. However, the other set of boots are much smaller in size, dragging through the dust. One thing is for certain, you are definitely not alone down here.
This is what happens when you only stream once every
Year?
12 months. Yeah,
Ty?
we still thank you, Bill.
Okay, so we're not alone down here.
Okay.
There's-
Oh crap. Okay.
It's a smaller
Hey.
creature.
Go messing with audio. Next thing you know, you look up and there's a creature in front of you.
Exactly. Wait a second. Tides of battle delve into the darkness. Proceed to 1B Crossroads, which is conveniently on the next page.
All right.
I still hear music. Okay.
Good. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to
1B Crossroads. You proceed with caution over fallen rubble, putting one foot in front of the other. The passage becomes steep as you descend further underground. Coming to a halt, the path ahead splits into two. Another forking path.
be. Great. We love them.
One
You
path,
go one way, I'll go the other.
We're joined at the hip. We had to go the same way.
No.
One path turns to the left, the other off to the right. Action. Branching paths. A cacophony of dripping water echoes throughout the natural stone intersection. Hundreds of tiny stalactites cling to the edge of the cave ceiling, trickling drops of water onto clustered mineral deposits below them. At a glance, both stone passages appear almost identical without further inspection. Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you. Once you've made a choice, roll a d20. Add your character's stat modifier. If your character has proficiency, add that. Then turn the page to find the consequences.
Okay. So what is our options here?
Perception/survival. Yeah, it's kind of all. Anyway, perception survival. I'll have a look at my surroundings and figure out where to go from there. Stealth. It doesn't really matter which way to go as long as I'm careful about how I do it. Call out. Hello?
What?
Is anyone there?
Absolutely not call out. That's dumb. You never let anybody know you're there.
I agree with that.
Then I would say we have no indication on which way's better, so I say sneaky, sneaky.
Or we could try and look around first.
No, there's no point in looking around. I say sneaky, sneaky. If we're sneaky, sneaky, we're gonna look around, right?
What's that? No, I want to look around. You want to just sneak ahead?
Yes. Where's your sense of adventure?
Since you put it that way. Okay, we need a DC 13. We're gonna choose stealth.
All right.
I believe that's unwise, but we.
Oh,
will do
we
it.
rolled a 2.
Oh, it's really unwise.
Luckily, we have a bonus to our stealth, if I remember correctly.
We should have done a poll. Bill's right. Since we couldn't decide, we should have.
Oh,
Next time.
next time. With a +3, so we have a 5.
A whole 5.
And what was our DC?
13.
4?
13.
All right.
We definitely failed. We're gonna
Okay.
fall.
So now she goes in a failure mode, right? It'll
Yes.
give you a success, what happens with a success depending on which thing you do, and a failure depending on which thing you do in the book.
We creep as quietly as we can down the passage of our choice. We feel confident that our presence has gone unnoticed. Our next stealth check will be at disadvantage.
Uh-oh. But we have advantage on stealth checks. If you remember right, we have our mink with us. So we
Oh.
get to roll again because it's stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's
Well,
do
you
that
should have
again.
remembered that before.
Well, I just remembered it when I was writing down how we would not have advantage. So I think we get to replay. It's the first room, right? So we get to replay that.
I forgot our heads were on there.
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yes, we could say type 1
Is
for
that
this.
is
but
that how
yes.
we're going to vote how many hit? No, because
No.
then the whole thing would go.
No, it'd be like a 1, 2, or 3 kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So we have advantage on that stealth check. So let's
Yes.
do that again. And that's a 10 plus 13.
Oh, well, that's what we needed is a 13.
All right. So yeah, let's rewind
So
that.
thanks to our mink, we actually passed that. You fasten down any gear hanging from your pack, ensuring your every step is as quiet as possible. You creep as quietly as you can down the passage of your choice, feeling your presence has gone unnoticed. Your next stealth check will be made at advantage.
Oh, we already have
If
it.
we remember.
Well, I'll put it down here. Double advantage, right? That's how this game works.
Yeah. Okay, so now we can choose to go down the left passage, which would proceed to Overgrown Cavern. Sorry, Cavern.
Yeah, I
The
didn't know
right
what you were talking about.
Yeah, the right passage, which is the Cobweb Corridor, or turn back. Overgrown Cavern or Cobweb Corridor. not cheating, but solo RPG. Hey, Chris Naga,
Chris.
how are you? Thanks for joining us. We're reading through Lost in the Dark. We have just come to a forking path, and we could either go 1, Overgrown Cavern, or 2, Cobweb Corridor. I am quite inclined to not go into the Cobweb Corridor.
I say cobweb because the good stuff's always behind the
I know, that's
spiders.
so freaking creepy.
Well, let's let them
I
decide
don't.
then. Cobwebs.
No. Number 1, Overgrown Cavern. Number 1, Overgrown Cavern.
Yeah. Rock,
Or
paper, scissors. Okay, you
Not
do.
go anywhere near the Cobweb Corridor.
Looks like we
Oh,
got
man.
2 cobwebs, and I got a cobweb on vote here.
You
so-
got a cobweb?
Yeah.
Personal problem.
I know Bill was going to choose that because he has his own cobs at home.
So many cobs.
All
Okay, well, you're going first.
And Tom's cobweb too. We're all spider.
You're going first.
Okay.
The abandoned cobwebs at the mouth of the passage transition into freshly spun abodes, bridging across the passage walls. The interwoven mesh of webs becomes so dense you are unable to proceed any further without taking a new approach.
Okay. Do we have some options for a new approach?
Blocked by webs. Sorry, I had to just calm down from being surrounded by cobwebs for a second. Oh gosh.
Just
It gets worse.
spiders.
It
It's
gets
not
worse.
like snakes.
A golden orb weaver spider glides down from the passage ceiling uncomfortably Don't! Uncomfortably close to you. Taking a step back, you watch the arachnid, nearly the size of your hand, spin gracefully on... Get the...
Don't. We'll get demonetized. We're not monetized though.
If you can sing to the spiders, that's what I'd choose. I'm not freaking singing to the spiders. I'm going to turn around and run away. Nearly the size of your hand, spin gracefully, almost dancing down to the floor. The spider skitters away, slipping into a crack in the stone floor.
See?
Shudder at the thought of how many more spiders could be lurking in the little nooks and crannies in the passage.
Yeah, they're more afraid of you.
We're going to
than you
light
are
this
them.
bad boy on fire if we can. Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you.
Okay.
Athletics. I'll use one of my tools to knock down these webs. It requires a tool, which we do have.
We have a
a
tool.
spade and a the crowbar was
The
a weapon.
crowbar's
wasn't it?
also it's a weapon, yeah. So
Yeah, but we have a spade.
Yep.
Acrobatics. There's a few narrow gaps maybe I can squeeze through. Survival. Easy. I'll burn these webs away with my torch. Requires a torch, which we do have, and that is what we're doing. Charge. The only way to deal with this is to go straight through. No way in hell we're doing that. Or flee. You know what? They can keep it.
Wait a second. So we can light the torch up and then go through, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm okay with burning them.
It's okay. YouTube mostly cares about swears within the first 5 to 10 minutes. We're good. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Therefore, but don't give me free reign.
Yeah, Bill, we're not charging. That's
Yeah.
not happening.
Yeah, don't give me free reign. We could get in trouble.
You wanna torch this thing?
Here's the thing. We have one torch, and we're gonna burn it up right now. We might need to torch later. Let's just knock it down with a tool. Do you disagree?
Yeah, because
We got a shovel.
spiders could come out of the webs and crawl along the shovel and into our.
If they see a big
Thanks.
light, they're gonna go, "What's going on out there?" And that's gonna
no, they're
draw
gonna
them out
run
towards
away
us.
from the hot stuff. That doesn't mean our torch is gonna go out just because. I mean, fire doesn't work that way. It doesn't go from one
Fire-
place to the other. Only it doesn't move.
What?
It continues.
We'll have to discuss this how fire works after we're done with the stream.
It doesn't mean it's gonna go out on the
Can't
torch.
Hold on to my pencil. All right.
Again, personal problem.
Do you want? Don't, yeah.
I want to torch this sucker.
All right. Let's torch it.
Torch. Actually, it's survival.
I was thinking that your torch is probably still okay to use after. Yeah, but a torch only lasts so long.
Choices again were athletics, use one of the tools to knock down the webs. Acrobatics, there's a few narrow gaps. Maybe I can squeeze through.
Nah.
Survival, burn away the webs. Charge, go straight through it. Flee, turn around, go back the other way.
I think that it's just like a DM, just like Leland. He's trying to burn through all of our resources and our spells.
DC 10, roll survival, please.
All right, here we go.
Wild Xenomorph appears.
That's a 2.
Oh,
survival. That's a 3.
Oh no, did we light ourselves on fire? It says this could get dangerous. Make 3 rolls in case you begin combat.
Okay, so the way this works, at least we sort of looked at it a little bit to try to understand how the game works. You roll the dice and you fill in those blocks, and then when you turn the page, it will tell you which of those blocks to use. So like maybe the monster goes first, you will use maybe the second block or the third block or whatever you rolled. So you don't know how it's going to come out.
Right.
It's pretty unique,
Okay.
neat way to do it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so the first block we have a 18, second a 6, and the third a 10.
Okay.
I think we'll zoom up on it next time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna die too, Elena.
Nice and zoomed.
I don't think this is gonna go well.
All right, let's do it.
Combat, Swarm of Spiders. AC 12, HP 5. DC 20 roll. Third roll is our attack. Our
Third
attack
roll
is a 10.
But we still get to add modifiers, right? For example, our crowbar has a +2 or +4 to hit.
Yes.
So it would be our roll, which was 10 +4. Because I assume we're going to attack with our crowbar.
Because that's the only thing we have.
Yeah.
So they have an AC 12 on a hit, roll damage. So we had a +4, so so we have a 14 to hit. So we hit them. So roll damage.
1d4 +2. Rolled a 1, so we had 3 points of damage. Crowbar damage to a spider. So
So how much was it? 3
Yep.
damage.
you just tap
So
it
they're
on
at
the
2
wall.
hit points. Second roll, which was a 6, spider attack. If your roll exceeds your AC, take 1d4 damage, which it does not because
Our AC is 11, and what was the second roll?
6.
Okay, cool. They missed us.
our attack again, which was the first roll, which is an 18 +4, so it's a 22, so we definitely hit them. So roll for damage, d4.
That's a 4
Woohoo!
plus 2, so 6 points of damage.
We killed the spiders.
So we just took the crowbar and scraped the walls with it, and then smacked them on the ground till they were gone. See? No issues.
Pulverized them.
Swarm of spiders is nothing. Bill just killed all your cobs. We could have collected them for you, but yeah.
The swarm of spiders is defeated. See success, fight. Success, fight. The web-covered corridor has finally grown still. What spiders remain after the battle flee into the many cracks and crevices within the stone. You may now proceed to 1D Weaver's Den. I don't like the sound of that either.
1D. Oh, so we're going.
Oh, we've traveled pretty far.
Yeah, apparently we went that way.
Bill, I would never smash your spiders.
That's not true.
No, I would never get close enough to them.
Oh, okay.
No worries, I'm not getting that close.
All right. So we're in the Weaver's Den, 1D.
It looks like some sort of loom shop for weavers. Who would need all of that way down here? What welcoming presence this cave had is now overwhelmed by golden orb weaver spiders. Their webs spill from the roof like a silken chandelier. Why did we go this way?
There you go. More spiders.
Actions. A craftsman retreat. Vibrant carpets woven from spider silk are layered across the stone floor. Would this be sticky?
Probably, yeah.
So they'd be covered in dust. Well, it wouldn't be sticky anymore because they'd be covered in layers of dust. It would be sticking to it.
I don't know. Let's see.
Tapestries depicting immaculate geometric designs obscure the curled pattern of the hand-chiseled walls behind them. 3 unmade bedrolls, fashioned from animal skins, woven blankets, and straw surround a small, portable hearth on one side of the cave. collection of ornately carved looms and spinning wheels of dyed spider silk lie abandoned opposite of the living quarter. A nearly complete golden cloak attached to one of the looms catches your attention. Looking past the loops, you see a terrarium constructed from a series of interconnected glass bottles. Every available access hatch on the terrarium has been unlocked and left open. Well, we know where the spiders came from now. They were in the terrarium and somebody opened it and set them free. Because they were keeping the spiders to make
the silk to make all the carpet and golden cloak and all that good stuff.
Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you. Investigation. I'll have a look around for anything useful. History. I feel as if I've seen these designs before. Sleight of hand. If I'm careful, I should be able to get this cloak off the loom. Weaver's tools. I hope they don't mind if I finish this cloak. So we do not have Weaver's tools.
Thematically, we're criminals. We collectively are criminal.
I was making a point.
Oh, sorry.
We don't have Weaver's tools, so we can't do that one.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking to weave.
Well, but I just needed to make the point because points in the book, if you don't have the appropriate tool, you can't do that option. Slave labor, disgusting. Poor spooters.
So, I mean, part of me says, I feel like I've seen these designs before. It could give us some information.
Yes.
But as a criminal, I feel that Delvin is here solely to...
Well, get out because we're trapped, but probably came out here to steal something.
Well, sure. I think his primary objective is going to be to make some cash. So I vote that if we're careful, we should be able to get one of these cloaks from the loom. Because what is it called? A golden cloak.
A golden cloak. A nearly complete golden cloak, so it's not finished. So do we even want it?
Nearly finished. I'm thinking cloak. What do you think? I'm sorry, steal the cloak. What are you thinking?
Thanks for the sub, Bladio. I want to look around for anything. I don't know. I want to either do investigation or history is what I want to do.
So we disagree. So now we can.
That sounds like a nice cloaca.
So choose one of the two. Do you want to do history or do you want to do investigation?
Investigation, I'll have a look around for anything useful. History, I feel like I've seen these designs before. I think I want to do history.
All right, so I'm saying sleight of hand. She's saying history.
Yes, it's a typo. You meant cloak, I'm sure.
Whoever gets something up there first is going to be the winner. So history or sleight of hand?
Steal the cloak or try and see if we remember anything about this place.
And then...
And this is also a recovery room, so if we ever go to 0 hit points, we can start again here.
Roll for it. Alright, well in that case, 1, 2, 3 is me, 4, 5, 6 is you. 4.
Except...
Oh,
Bill's
okay, history. Well, you won anyway.
We got a history and a steal.
Okay, so... Bill got there first, and we got history, so what are we rolling?
History.
Yeah, DC 15.
My pencil? Actually, I want this pencil.
And we're doing a history check. On our history, we have a +0.
Oh, good.
So it's whatever we roll here. 6.
Oh, well, that's a fail.
These die are really good for being able to see.
Yeah, I think you need to stop rolling that.
But they suck rolling.
Yeah.
The white ones are...
So, history, failure. You are unable to recollect anything about the symbols depicted on the tapestries. It feels as if the answer is on the tip of my tongue. So now that we have done one thing here, we have to move on. We can, at a later point, come back and try a different choice, but we cannot do history again here.
Well, you can't just sit there and go through all of them.
Correct. We can't just sit here and go through all of them, and we cannot do history again in the Weaver's Den.
All right. So basically, that means we move on to the next room then, right?
Well, it says, leave the Weaver's Den, proceed to 1B Crossroads.
All right. So that would take us...
Backwards.
Out of here, back up to here, I assume, in the Crossroads area.
Back to the branching path.
We're going to change out to these eyeball dice, I think. I don't know if you can see, the eyeball moves around inside there. Where's the camera here? These might roll better. Of course, in our home sessions. Oh, there's a 1.
Yeah. Last night it was rolling pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have a look around at my surroundings and figure out where I want to go from here. It doesn't really matter which way I go as long as I'm careful about how I do it. Hello, is anyone out there?
So
We've already done stealth, so we have to do either perception, survival, look around and figure out where to go,
I say do
or
perception.
call out. Okay.
So we're gonna try this. Oh yeah, you think you'd have a different box for each? Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. All right. 1! This is 2 1s in a row. This die sucks also. Did you touch these? I think you did. Did you touch these last night?
No.
It certainly seems like it. All right, so
Hello? Is there anybody in there?
perception.
Just not if you can hear me.
Okay, so
Are there any spiders at home?
I'm assuming we got it's more than 2. We rolled a 1 and I got 2. It's a critical fail. Is there a critical fail problem?
No, but it is
We
a
got that
fail.
going
It is
for
definitely
us.
a fail. So fail on perception. You can begin by investigating the passage on your right. Old spider webs hang thick with dust from the natural stone ceiling. These webs have not been occupied in quite some time. You take note of your surroundings before inspecting the other passage. Stopping at the mouth of the passage, you gag on the scent of rotted eggs. You retreat to the intersection, waiting to make your choice once the dry heaving stops. Nice. So we can go back to the cobweb corridor, or we can go to the overweb cavern. Do you want to go back to the cobweb corridor and try and steal the cloak?
It seems sort of goofy to go down there, look around for a second, go, I don't remember anything about this pattern, and then walk back up, gag a little bit, and then go right back down. I think we need to go the other direction.
You don't want to steal the cloak.
I do want to steal the cloak.
Then we should go steal the cloak.
Alright, let's go steal the cloak.
Now's our chance to steal the cloak.
Yeah, you're right. This seems silly. Let's go back. Hey! Me, since it's a solo game. You know, I don't like the smell of bad eggs, so maybe I'll go back and get that cloak I saw earlier.
Okay, so we have to go through the cobweb corridor again.
Alright.
So we have to choose athletics, use one of my tools to knock down the webs. Acrobatics, there's a few narrow gaps, maybe I can squeeze through. We already did survival, so we can't do that one. Charge, the only way to deal with this is go straight through, or flee, you know what, they can keep it.
You know, we already burnt most of them out. I think we just head down through it. Just charge. And
Charge?
there's no DC listed there.
There is no DC listed for charge.
So
you want
let's
to
just
charge.
do it.
Okay, Bill, you're getting your charge.
Alright.
Rotting eggs is way worse than spiders. I don't know, you get used to smells after a while.
Wait,
As
why'd
I
you
look-
look at me? I have a feeling this is going to be bad since there was no DC. There's probably going to be some consequence.
We still need to do the 3 rolls.
Okay. Alright. So let's...
Not with the white
I'm
one.
going to try the cheese die.
Do the cheese die. Elena would
Cheese.
appreciate this die.
Cheese die. I don't know if you can see the little pock marks on it. I got these, and I think something popped up on Twitter that had like buy 3 sets or something for like $5, and it's one of those things where you just think you're throwing your money away. But they actually came pretty good. Took a little while because they came from China, but so now I have cheese die. And reverse roll 16. Second roll 9. Third roll 2. Yeah, it got progressively worse. Cheese got spoiled on the way. So are we combating
I
again?
don't understand.
Did you read what happened when you charge?
Charge. The only way to deal with this is go straight through.
So then you read charge.
Oh, I guess it's just an automatic success because
Yeah.
there is no CC. Okay. Shutting your eyes, you charge forward blindly into the webs. I would never do that. You open your eyes to find yourself enveloped in a thick layer webbing with a few agitated guests intertwined. Begin combat. Okay, now we go up here to combat. Third roll, which was a 10 plus our crowbar.
Yep.
Total 14.
Yep.
So,
we hit, do damage.
the AC 12, so we hit, so roll damage.
Alright, let's try the green die. That's 2 plus 2, 4.
Okay. Second one is the spiders, so they're attacking with a 9. What is our AC?
Our AC is 11.
So they do not hit us, which is good. And then we hit with a 22, so roll for damage.
Really?
No, no.
I was gonna say I thought we had a 2.
Yeah, 20. That was the first one. Oh, shoot! I read the wrong thing. So the first attack, our first attack was a total of 4, so we did not hit them the first time.
All right.
There we go. That makes more sense. Then they did not hit us, and then we do hit them with a 20.
All right.
So roll 5 points damage.
Yeah. Actually 6 points of damage.
Oh, so we took them out. Yay! We defeated them again.
So I can see how this could get. If you keep having to go back to a room, well, I guess it doesn't always mean you're going to fight. Each one of those things is different. Okay. So we successfully fight.
Fight.
Now we're back in the room.
Yes, and we can go to the Weaver's Den. And you wanted to sleight of hand.
Yes. All right. So I don't want to use that die. Let's try this one.
DC of 15.
All right. Let's see what we get here. That's an 18 plus, what is it? It doesn't really matter. The sleight of hand, which is going to be X. So 17 or 19.
19. Okay, let's find out what happens. Chinese cheese. Unskilled in the trade, you attempt to work the loom to the best of your ability. With a little bit of luck, you successfully complete and remove the garment from the loom. You wrap the now completed spider silk cloak around your shoulders. Add 1 spider silk cloak to your inventory. With the spider silk cloak is worn, while it is worn, add +1 to your AC.
I think we should put it on right now. I think it
good with
says +1 AC, bringing our AC to 12. Awesome.
Leave the Weaver's Den, proceed back to the crossroads.
Awesome. Okay,
yes, so we're back to the branching path. You want to go to the rotten egg smell?
Yep. Rotten eggs. Which is going to, what? Is that E, F?
Well, we have already... We've already percepted in stealth. The only thing left is, are there any spiders in the cloak? There are definitely not spiders in the cloak. I would make sure of that. I would shake the cloak and beat it against the floor before putting it on. And presumably it's sticky, so it would pick up a lot of dust when I do that, and dirt.
I think with weaving skills you get the sticky off. I wouldn't want to put on a sticky cloak.
I wouldn't either. So the problem now is we've come back to this crossroads again.
Yep.
We have already percepted, we've already stealthed, we have to call out.
So what if we came back here again?
I don't know.
So I don't know. I think it just says you can't do it twice when you're in there again. When you're in there, or you can't do 2 of these actions in you know what I mean? When you go in there for one time, you can only choose one of those actions. If you leave and you come back, you can choose one of those 3 actions again.
When you enter an area, unless the rules say otherwise, only roll once to interact with the area. If nothing of interest happens, try exploring other areas and come back before you try a different option. Unless it says otherwise, you may only use that skill attribute once in a given area. So if you use perception and find nothing, move on to another place and come back later to try investigation.
Guess we gotta shout out then. Huh. Well, I guess you can't go someplace 4 times.
Not here anyway. So, hello. Is there anybody in there?
Maybe what they're saying is we're just not doing a very good job.
Yeah, or we shouldn't have gone back to the cloak or something, yeah. Your voice carries across the stone, decaying into what feels like eternity. You wait for a response. A low guttural groan turns into an ear-splitting shriek, resonating across the passage walls.
Do you want me to do sound effects?
You scared me.
Alright.
You are not alone down here. I shouldn't have done that. Your next stealth check will be a disadvantage.
Oh. But we have advantage on stealth checks, so it's negated.
Yeah, you can't just spam the thing until you succeed.
Right.
They make you choose different options.
So
which is good. I like that.
I'm going to say stealth disadvantage. And then, since we have our buddy, Minky, it negates it.
Yes, okay. So, we're going to go to the overgrown cavern.
Alright. One E, so we're going up into here. There we go. Go ahead. I'll just hold it for a second.
How long can you hold it before your arm gets hurt? Tired.
2 seconds ago.
Steam curls up the passage walls as you descend further underground. Mushroom caps spring from cracks in the earth floor, illuminating your path in a faint blue light. You come to a halt at the mouth of an enormous cavern overrun by bioluminescent fungi. Creature in the dark. You catch a glimpse of something crawling through the dark. Scrambling behind a nearby rock formation, you strain your eyes to make out any details in the dimly lit cavern. A gnomish man, wrapped in a yellow cloak, crouches among fallen debris in the center of the cavern. Spindly growths of fungi twist out from the deep lacerations in his bloated body. A faint purple light spills from a small glassy object clasped between the gnome's stumpy fingers. His teeth cracked against the object's hard, glassy exterior.
His teeth? What?
Crack against the object's hard, glassy exterior.
So he's biting on it?
Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you. Persuasion. Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. I was wondering if you could help. Intimidation. Hey, you! Give me that! Sleight of hand. When it turns around, I'll take that glowing thing. Stealth. I might be able to slip by if I put out my torch. Barter. Maybe we could trade. Requires a shiny item. Do we have a shiny item?
No.
No. Or fight. I like my odds begin combat.
Okay, I'm a fighter lover. So, I'll start out with the love and then go to the fight if necessary.
Wouldn't that be a lover fighter?
A lover fighter. Yeah, I'm a lover fighter. But, I don't think we need to tell him, give it to me. And I don't think we have sleight of hand, I think. Well, we have a pretty good sleight of hand.
I don't think it would go well.
Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. Do we want to just try to persuade him first? Because I think we're going to probably end up coming back here.
Probably, yes. Let's try and persuade him.
All right. What die do we want to use? Cheese die again? Let's try cheese die. Okay, so what are we going to need here? Persuasion, we have...
A DC of 15.
For persuasion, we have a -1.
Oh, good. Good. That's good.
Rolled a 16. That's a 15 then.
Okay. This could get dangerous. Make 3 rolls in case you begin combat.
So he rolled a... Oh, okay,
yeah,
sorry.
I got that. We need 3 more rolls.
But I wonder... okay, because it already says persuasion. All right, so the first one, 18. Second roll, 15. Third roll, 17.
This die rolls a lot
Yeah,
better.
that's a nice die. It's a Gouda. It's a Gouda cheese. It's a Gouda cheese.
It's a good die you have there. Okay, we're doing persuasion with a 15, which is just what we needed, so we succeeded.
All right.
Placing your torch on the ground, you hold up both hands, whispering reassuring words to the fearful gnome.
It's okay.
He waves to you,
Hi.
beckoning you to follow.
Oh, wait. I don't know if I want to follow you.
Proceed to a 1J fractured cavern.
I guess we're following the little guy.
Yeah, we're following him now. Ooh, that's a lot of pages we skipped. Fractured cavern. Cavern.
What'd you miss?
Oh.
Yeah.
We found a little gnome that was holding some
shiny
kind of
thing and
glass orb that he was
apparently
clapping against his
biting
teeth
on
or
it.
something, and he had growths coming out of him. Kind of creepy, but now we're following him for reasons.
Spooky, it's dramatic, Bill.
A draft of damp, sulfurous air assaults your senses as you enter the gargantuan cavern. A consistent flow of noxious fumes pour from a chasm that divides the cavern in half. Not taking any chances, you cover your nose and mouth with a piece of square cloth. Wouldn't a rectangular piece of cloth be better than a square piece?
Oh, hey, here's something. Oh, no, that's... Okay, go ahead. We're not prepared for
No, we're not.
that kind of acting.
The divide. You spot the infected gnomish warrior stumbling towards a small storage shed in the far recess of the cave.
We spot a what?
We spot the infected gnomish warrior
Oh, okay.
stumbling towards a small storage shed in the far recess of the cave.
Well, does he get close to the shed?
Just too close to the shed. Storage crates and broken items have been carefully arranged into towers, forming a grove of refuse around the small building. The gnome collects an axe handle from the pile of refuse that litters the cavern. He drags them behind him, through the dust, to the newly constructed pillar next to the chasm. I guess I'll leave you to it, you mumble, as morbid curiosity pushes you to peer over the chasm edge. There is no end in sight, only darkness. A small ledge runs along the left hand of the hand wall of the cavern, connecting to the other side. A hastily installed safety rope hangs slack against the stone, connected by a few pythons. Metallic crashing and scraping reverberates off the cavern walls. From your current vantage point, you are unable to discern the source of the noise at this time. Choose one. Acrobatics Athletics. Take it one step at a time. As long as the pythons hold, there isn't anything to worry about. Sleight of hand. Before I try to cross the chasm, I'll tie a safety line around myself in case I fall. Requires rope. Do we have rope?
No. No. That would be smart.
Yeah. Further exploration. I'll check out that shed before I go any farther.
Alright, so... sort of go over this again to me real quick. We're seeing this, like, thing going off into the darkness over a chasm? Is that how...
Small ledge runs along the left-hand wall of the cavern,
Okay.
connecting it to the other side. Across the chasm. So the chasm.
A small ledge. Okay, so it's right on the edge of the...
Small,
oh, well, here.
Small ledge.
Here, let's look at the...
We actually have a map.
I think
we could look at the map.
That's probably the
Throw the
small
gnome
ledge.
across. Don't shit too close to that shed.
That's why if we investigate the shed, we might want to walk slowly and make sure we don't get anything on our shoes.
Yes. Yes, so I guess there's a small ledge, like right.
All right, so we're trying to so it's sort of go along the edge of this wall with this thing, and there's a rope that's tacked into the wall that you can hold on
Yes.
to.
Yes.
Or we don't have another rope, so
We don't have a rope, so we can't do that.
I think we got to check out the shed while we're here.
I think we should check out the shed too.
All right.
Okay, so we are going to further exploration. No DC required.
Oh. But I still need to roll something? Or no?
No.
I don't. Okay.
There's no DC. Taking one last look into the chasm below, you decide to investigate the shed first. Proceed to 1L Quartermaster's shed. Twisting your way through the swaying pillars of stacked refuse, you approach the storage shed obscured in the back recess of the cave. Rattling the handle, you find that the door is not only locked, but barricaded by something on the other side.
Sorry, I was good with sound effects.
You're doing good. Yeah. Well, I mean, that sounds more like a train than a locked handle.
You gotta really... It's all in the... Okay.
Are you done?
That's the guy inside the shed looking out the keyhole, just so he sees. Alright.
That's definitely a train noise, I agree.
Choo-choo! That's a train noise. But they don't really make choo-choo sounds. I've learned. Go ahead.
The quartermaster's shed, to your surprise, is in remarkably good condition compared to the surrounding debris. Pinned to the shed door is a clipboard with a handwritten ledger. A golden seal is pressed into the bottom right-hand corner, depicting a geometric design of a spider. On closer inspection, you find the ledger is written in a language you're unable to understand. Damn. It actually says damn. You try the door one more time for good measure, pressing against it with your full weight. The door bows, but refuses to give. Peeking through the keyhole, you are able to see a fallen shelf lying near the shed door. On the left-hand side of the room is a desk, littered with...
Sorry, I have nothing to do when you're reading, so I gotta do something.
littered with papers and writing utensils. From your current vantage point, you are unable to see anything towards the right. Choose one. Athletics. There's got to be something good in that shed. Investigation. I'll search the area for anything useful. Perception. I'll take a quick look around. I shouldn't linger here too long.
See. I think, as a criminal, Devlin Bulliet would want to check out the shed and make sure there's got to be something good in there. You don't lock a door unless there's something good behind it.
That's a good point.
Right? So if it was just spades and... there might be rope in there. A rope would probably be valuable at this point.
Rope would be very nice to have.
So I think we need to get in that shed.
So you want to investigate?
See. There's got to be something good in that shed is athletics.
Oh, yeah.
So
you want to do that?
And we have a +2 to athletics. Actually, would be +4 to athletics. So.
Elena says, show me something good.
All right.
So athletics. DC 15.
That didn't count because it went outside of the thing. And they didn't see what it was because it went there.
Under us. We blocked it. Ooh.
Okay, 20.
Yay.
Unnatural.
Unnatural. I was going to make a joke, but I won't. You dig your feet into the dust, pressing all your might against the door. Finally, the lock cracks, and you manage to squeeze your way inside. The smell of rotting flesh fills your nostrils. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. There's a dead person in here. Lying against the door is the bloated corpse of a young gnomish man squirming with maggots. Blue mushrooms, the same ones from the overgrown cavern, have grown from exposed portions of his skull. You displace the gnome, dragging him out of the shed so you may continue your investigation.
Oh, I don't know if I'd touch him.
That's really cold-hearted, too. You just get him out of the way so you can look around.
Chuck him over the side.
I hope he didn't, fall apart or his skin slough off while you were pulling on him.
I have, I use my spade to sort of go up underneath him like roadkill.
Yeah.
And pull him out and chuck him over to the side. You know.
In the far right...
Family stream.
In the far right... Did we put a...
No, I don't know how to do a disclaimer or whatever.
Like
an
18 plus.
I don't know. Does it say somewhere, Bill, Elena, that this is...
Adults only?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that yet. I guess I better figure... Wait a second.
Why are you taking my pencil?
Oh. Make sure it's set
Mature
for
content.
naughty.
Set for naughty.
There we go.
It's probably still there in the settings. It probably is, because I think we had it set to naughty.
It's probably a fair thing to say anything we stream should be set to that automatically. We can adjust. I want to learn how to do it. Still probably there. Okay. Well, I'll figure it out later.
In the far right corner of the room, you find a small ring of brass keys. Add 1 ring of keys to your inventory. Prepared sets of equipment have been hung on the wall. Each kit has a small embroidered name tag attached to it. Seeing their contents are all more or less the same, you pick one at random. Add, oh my, Elandri's Dungeoneer Pack.
Just spell it.
I-L, or it could be L-L, but I think or it could be I-I. I think it's I-L-A-N-D-R-I.
Elandri's what?
Dungeoneer Pack. As you consolidate your bags together, add the following equipment.
Okay.
Backpack.
I got one of those already.
Crowbar.
We got one of those already.
Well, we have a second one now.
Yeah.
Hammer. A hammer is a tool.
Yeah.
That's what it says, tool, as opposed to weapon. A crowbar is a weapon, and a hammer is a tool.
All right.
A torch?
You can't use a crowbar as a tool?
No, it's a weapon. Jeez.
Okay, what was the thing after you?
Torch.
Another torch. So
Another
I just
torch.
put times 2. Okay.
That was mean to the hammer.
That's right. That hammer is such a tool.
It's a tool. 10 pythons.
Okay, pythons
10.
times 10. Okay.
Tinderbox.
We already have a tinderbox, so I'll put times 2.
10 days of rations.
We already have rations 5 days, so now we have 15 days.
Water skin.
We already have a water skin, so now we have 2 of those.
And that's it. Nothing else. There's nothing else
Nope.
helpful at all. No.
There better be a damn rope in there.
50 feet of silk rope.
There we go. 50 foot of rope. Yeah, what kind of adventure doesn't have 50 foot of rope to chuck around at every turn?
Return to where you came from. Proceed to 1K unoccupied fractured cavern.
All right.
So we can. We checked out the quartermaster's shed, so now we can either acrobatics, athletics, take it one step at a time. As long as the pythons hold, there isn't anything to worry about to cross the chasm. Or sleight of hand. Before I try to cross the chasm, I'll tie a safety line around myself in case I fall. Requires rope, which we now have.
I think that's the one.
Sleight of hand.
Yep.
Okay, roll the die. We need a DC 13.
We have a +1 to sleight of hand. So let's try the green die. 10 plus 1. 11. What did we need?
13.
That sucks.
Yeah.
All
Roll
right.
better next time.
Wait a second. Do we have any? We have it. Oh, it's advantage on stealth. Okay. There's nothing else we can do.
Anything that the thing can
Oh,
do for
what's
us?
her?
Our companion.
It's advantage on stealth for the mink. But we could have done something where we go back and I mean we can't now because we already rolled. But couldn't we go back and change our companion out? Which would
So we can request her help, and she can give us advantage on one skill check.
as a lemur you get advantage on sleight of hand.
Well, just in general, this is what the
Right,
ethereal.
right, right.
It doesn't matter what form she is. This is what she could do. That's probably the best. The ethereal familiar hops down from your shoulder, stretching her legs. She looks up to you, the wisps of light dancing around her blaze brightly for a moment before returning to their original state. Ready when you are, she seems to say. And any time during your current act, roll with advantage on one skill check of your choice. You may not make another request of your companion until the start of the next act.
All right, so we can try this again.
Yes.
All right, let's try it. And then there is, if we do a change her over to a lemur, we can get advantage on sleight of hand, but we didn't do that, so.
No, it had to be next act.
Oh, yes! Critical fail.
That was supposed to be better.
19!
That's cheating.
Oh,
Okay, so we failed.
yeah.
We failed on... What were we trying to do? Sleight of hand. Taking time
Big
to...
F, Bill, big F.
Yeah. Taking time to inspect your surroundings, you find a sizable boulder that will support your weight. After lashing your rope to the stone, you weave the rope in the shape of an X across your upper back before securing your pack over it. Confident in your work, you're ready to cross the chasm. Return to the previous page. Choose either athletics or acrobats to cross the chasm. No additional benefit will be provided. Okay.
No, I don't think we do point rolls for this game because it's already. It would be too
Yeah.
cheaty.
Yeah. So we have to do athletics or acrobats.
Kingdom Death Monster all day long.
What's better,
That's
athletics
two.
or acrobatics?
Athletics we have +2, Acrobatics, we have a +1, so athletics.
Roll that.
So 19 total.
Okay, that is a success. So now, we muster our courage. Clasp the safety rope attached to the cavern wall. Inch by inch, you creep along the narrow ledge, keeping your eyes on the pythons. A loose rock tumbles from the ledge, clattering down the chasm wall into nothingness. There's a train down there. You breathe a sigh of relief once you arrive safely on the other side. Proceed to 1M, Crumbling Garden Ledge. Ready? Feel better? Yeah.
Another sigh of relief. Can you have more than one? Because once you've done one sigh of relief, you'd have to be unrelieved again to release it again, right?
Yeah, it's a lesser, so it wouldn't be. It would be the first one's a sigh of relief. The second one is a sigh.
Just a sigh.
Just just a normal sigh. Yes, it doesn't get a title.
Okay. Sorry, I had to do it right.
That was more of a moan.
Oh yeah, I guess. So what is just a regular sigh then? Okay.
With a new appreciation for solid ground, you investigate your surroundings with a more confident stride. A few paces from the edge of the chasm is a collection of standing stones. Made of raw crystalline structures, they are gathered around a central octagonal basin.
Okay.
A faint but audible hum resonates from the crystals. A sigh of resignation, yes.
I'm not going to be able to keep that hum up, so.
Good.
But I'll do my best.
No! Garden of Contemplation.
Ooh, I'm going to contemplate something.
Don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
Do your thinking face.
Okay.
The subterranean garden has a welcoming presence. Once cultivated bitter herbs sprout along the basin's foundation. Curious, you peer over the edge of the basin, noticing a whetstone at the bottom.
See if I do it. I can't. Okay.
You look beyond the standing stone, seeing the faint outline of a doorway set into the cavern wall. The metallic crashing from before has grown louder, originating from somewhere farther into the cavern. We can investigate. Maybe something useful was left behind. Nature. I wonder if any of these plants could be useful to me. Religion. Is this significant in some way? Whetstone. If I had a weapon with a blade, I could sharpen it.
No.
We have a weapon, but it doesn't have a blade.
No.
Further exploration. What's that sound? Proceed to 1O, Yafante's Garden. So investigate, maybe something was left behind. Nature, see if the plants are any good. Religion, see if any of this stuff's significant. Or further exploration, go to Yafante's Guardian.
I'm gonna see what we got here from religions +0, investigation 0. Oh, we had nature. What was it? What was the nature one? Or sorry, nature is 0.
Let's do investigations a DC 13, and further exploration is no DC.
The only
We
other
just
thing
go to the garden. I think
religion would be one because that's something you don't use that often, and the fact that it's there probably means that it is significant in some way. Maybe. I don't know how twisty they
could
are.
be a double blind thing, where they're making you
could
think
be.
that it's important, but it's really not important.
So you're saying investigation, I'm saying religion. So what's everybody? Anybody want to? If not, I'll roll.
Investigate. Maybe something useful was left behind. Religion. Is this significant in some way? Is this?
I mean,
what?
I think we really need a weapon, more than our crowbar. Well, actually, the crowbar is not terrible from a weapon standpoint, but religion.
It would freaking hurt to get hit with it.
I'm with Bill.
That's for sure.
Religion. a little bit harder DC, and we have a +0. And now we can, since we're in a new room, can we use our companion to have advantage, or is that just once per act? And it's an act.
Once per act that we could do that
Right.
reroll, but
Yeah.
we always get advantage on whatever
Well, right now
stealth.
it's stealth checks, but we're doing a religion, so we need a 15.
We do.
6.
That's not what we needed.
Nope.
Religion fail. The significance of the standing stones and garden eludes you. I should move on. This place doesn't seem particularly useful to me. We can continue searching the area, proceed to Yafanti's Guardian, cross the chasm, go to unoccupied fractured cabin, we've already been there,
Yeah.
approach the door, go to locked door.
How about the Guardian?
You want to go to Yafanti's Guardian?
Yeah, I think so.
So 1-0, 1-0, or 1-0. Oh. It's an O.
Is that no?
It is an O. Because it's a 1 with a
Oh.
letter. So it's 1-0.
So we're going. So if we climbed along here. We went out in this area. This is where those.
Hold on. See you, Kenpo. We'll be streaming again in 2 weeks with this again.
See ya.
Thanks for joining us.
And now we're looking to go. Well, we're going to the O right here.
We're going to the O.
Going to see the big O.
Going to the O.
You remember what the big O was like?
Moving on. The spider-like construct's abdomen scrapes across the stone floor, sending bright sparks crackling behind it. Each impact... My hair moved on my arm and scared me. Each impact of its 8 legs thunders through the stone floor. Aperture blades whine and whir behind its dark, glassy eyes. Oh, like a camera.
Oh.
O's. Damaged armor plating. A rhythmic metal crash follows every step of the massive spider-like construct. From your vantage point, you are able to discern the source of the noise. Located at the top of the construct's abdomen, an armor plate hangs by a single bolt, bouncing back and forth with every step.
That's a little bolt.
You catch a glimpse of the interlocking clockwork system and a faint green light radiating from inside. So, Alstoff Tinnerman was apparently here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Jessica to get, there's probably a soul bag in there, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, there's always a soul bag.
There's always a soul bag.
Everybody has a soul bag. Soul sack. I think it was sack. It wasn't bag. Bag sounds too crude. Sack sounds better.
Sack is less crude than bag?
They say, I touch my bag, touch my sack.
Sack's
yeah,
more- sack's more crude.
That's more crude. Yeah, okay.
Well, glad we got that figured out. We can. Our options. Stealth. I want nothing to do with that thing.
Nah.
Insight. I'll watch from a distance. Maybe I can learn something about it. Acrobatics. If I could get close enough, I could tamper with the construct. Requires Tinker's tools.
We do not have Tinker's tools.
So yes, sack is worse, says Elena.
Yeah. Or better.
Bill said classic soul bag situation.
Yeah.
Or we can fight. You can do this. Begin combat.
I think we need to, let's see, watch from a distance and maybe learn. Well, we already sort of see, the things loose. I think we sort of got the information that we need. Let's attack.
Okay.
Fight.
I
Do you agree?
don't know. I'm going to blame it on you if this goes badly.
Oh, all right. No, you're blaming it on me if it. Well, you wouldn't blame it on me if it went well.
Roll.
Well, we just.
We're rolling a whole bunch of 20s.
All right. So fight first, and we're doing this one, right?
Yes.
All right. So that one is 16,
Okay.
but it's. We don't get to add. Do we get to add?
It just...
Okay.
I don't know.
I think we do that on the next page. All right. So let's see. How many do we have to roll?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
How are you going to know what order?
That's a great question. Okay. 1,
Um,
6, 13, 4, 7, 17.
Okay. Everybody ready?
I'm ready.
The massive spider-like construct's fangs crackle with electricity. Second roll is our attack.
I need to get some Foley stuff. Like a basket of Foley items for
So-
crackling and... Go ahead.
Do you really want it?
No. I thought it would be funny. Maybe I will.
Okay, well that's all on you. Second roll was a 13, so we have what do we have a plus on our crowbar?
Our crowbar is a +4 to hit.
So we have a 17 to hit of an AC of 12, so we hit it, so roll damage. It has 10 hit points.
I just wish our crowbar did a little more damage then.
Yeah.
So that is 4 plus 2, 6.
6. Okay, so it has 4 hit points left. Guardian attacks. If your roll exceeds your AC... Oh, sorry, fourth roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. He rolls a 7. Haha. If roll exceeds your AC, take 2d4, or 1d4 piercing damage and 1 lightning damage.
Oh, I missed, luckily.
He missed. The first roll is our attack, so it's a 6. So plus 4 is a 10,
Yeah.
which does not hit him. The fifth roll, 17. He hit us.
Yeah.
We take 1d4 piercing and 1 lightning damage.
1d4 piercing, that's 3.
And 1 lightning, so that's 4 damage.
Okay.
So you're in charge of the hit points.
So it's 4 damage total.
Yeah. So that is half our health.
We just went down by half.
We are bloodied.
Okay.
The third roll is our attack, which is an 8, which does not hit him.
All right. So we...
If the guardian is defeated, see successful fight. If not, see failure, fight. Failure, fight. You flee towards the chasm, crossing the narrow ledge as quickly as you can. So we must have...
ran away.
What's the word?
Retreated, ran away.
No. So that we don't take opportunity attack. Disengaged.
Disengaged.
During your escape, your pack splits open.
Oh no, my sack!
Pack, spilling 3 items into the chasm below. Return to unoccupied fractured cavern. So I guess we choose 3 items.
What's it say underneath? Say anything else?
Return to unoccupied fractured cavern.
Spilling 3
items.
doesn't tell you how to
Nope.
determine what items.
Unless when we come back here, it says something. Nope. Just I guess we choose.
Well, how do you want to do this? You want to randomly roll? Here's show me how we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, we could drop 3 pythons.
Sure. That's fair, right? It just said 3 items, so that means we get to choose. And
No, let's see. Let's we got to figure out a way to do this randomly. So let's just roll a d20 and see what number we come up with. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Bill would allow
10,
it.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nope. That's the ring of keys. We don't want to lose that. So
3 pythons.
3 pythons.
Bill is allowing it.
All right, Bill's alive. We got 7 pythons now. That seems cheaty, but that's okay. If they didn't say how to do it, that's on them.
Exactly. We're back in the gargantuan cavern with the obnoxious fumes and the small storage shed.
I think that's probably a good place to end.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we got a good baseline of how this works.
Yeah.
And we can figure out how to do the camera a little better and fix a few things up for next time. So, before we sign off, here's a few things. As we mentioned before, campaign 1 for the Encouragement Party ended. If you haven't checked it out, you only have 200 and some odd episodes. You can start today.
And we are streaming the final after party this Saturday.
Yeah.
So listen fast, all the time, constantly, so you can join in.
I think if you listen 24 hours a day, you
You
ought to
might
be
be able to
able
make
to
it.
get. But yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
if some people I've heard did not listen to or choose not to listen to the last episode,
Yes.
sad. I say sad because then you won't know because you're going to listen into the after party and you won't know.
Well, if they don't listen to the last episode, they're not going to listen to the last after party.
That's ridiculous. I think you should.
Pull that band-aid off. Who would do that? Actually,
Sad. But anyway, you'll get to see us streaming the live after party, and then if you want to listen, we'll put that out.
yeah, it'll be on the podcast also.
We're also going to be, just as to note, did you know we're going to be playing Cypher System next week?
Yes.
William here is going to run us through Cypher. We haven't played it before. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
And I promise to read the rules before we start playing, Bill.
I think I've watched some videos on it. And Bill will guide us. I have no problem.
Complete faith in Bill. He can
Bill
do
will
this.
tell us what to
You
do.
got this, Bill.
I don't have to study anything. Let's see. Is there anything else?
We will be streaming this again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, the 29th. And
29. Is that... Wow.
that's what you said.
Hold
That's
on.
what I wrote down.
Where's my calendar? That's not my calendar.
And
There's my calendar. Yeah, 29th.
and when do we have a tentative
For the Shelf of
date for
Opportunity.
Shelf of Opportunity?
We do. November 19th.
19th of November.
And we will be doing Townsfolk Tussle first.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's an easy one for me. I've got most of that done.
Lena's just going to show up for the Blades and Dark.
All right, so that's about all we got.
Cypher
And I think that's it.
Thanks for joining us.
Great.
Hope you enjoyed it, and we plan to go through this book a few more times. Probably make it to the end. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We have a few other ones.
And we
What's,
have
what's the other one we were looking at? The
It's a Western
Western.
town.
Our Town is the travel is the one like this, but then there was the other RPG.
There's a Pressure Point, and there's Deadlands, Savage
Deadlands.
World.
Savage Worlds is another one we might.
Yes.
But we'll figure
Is there
that out.
somebody? Oh. Well, Leland didn't want to join us this morning because he has this book also, and he didn't want any spoilers. So I totally understand that. He wants to do it himself. So
So since he's not going to be listened to, we can say all the bad things we want about him right now.
Nikki Rolls is streaming. We can
Oh heck, I don't even remember how to
raid.
raid somebody. Is it what is it? Okay, got
Mini
it.
painting? It's good.
Is it slash raid space at? Is that what you do? Help me out here again. Don't. Are you doing it?
Yeah. Somebody should hear it.
How am I ever going to learn if you just do things?
Panda says that was correct for what it's
All
worth.
right.
So.
So I guess I just hit leave now.
Oh, thanks for joining us.
Bye. Oh, I don't know.